Another Saturday night here at Lincoln Speedway, roaming around in the pit area before the racing action gets underway. Caught up with Kyle Moody. And Kyle, first of all, thanks for taking some time out of a busy schedule to chat with us a bit.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
We want to talk a little bit about Kyle Moody Racing, how it got, where it started, how it got to the point it is, and what are your expectations or your hopes and dreams for the future. So let's start at the beginning. How did you get involved in dirt track racing?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my dad had worked on cars as a crew guy for other sprint car teams, and I just grew up being around it. And, like any other racer kid, started with go-karts and worked our way up from go-karts to the micro sprint ranks and even 358s, and here we are today with the 410.
Now, you started out in go-karts. Were you racing here in the local area? Were you on a circuit?
Nope, mostly the local area, Hunterstown Speedway, not too far down the road from here. We raced there for many years. We did some traveling with that, but nothing too crazy. Dad had a regular job. He worked many years to help support our habits. So we just kept, Friday, Saturday night racing.
So it's been a family deal the whole way through.
Yep. Yes, absolutely.
And it continues to be that way. I think your mom's complaining the other week she had to pull the weeds out around the shop.
Yeah, we'd like the shop to look nice, that's for sure.
Well, you do, and you have a great looking shop, and your whole team is so professional looking. And I know we're jumping around a little bit. We'll go back to the micros racing and stuff, but you brought up a very good point. Image is a big part of this. Obviously, sponsors are a very huge part of this sport, and you and your guys do a great job of presenting an ideal image for a sponsor.
I appreciate that. I mean, I hope that it doesn't go unnoticed, but we spend a lot of time, making sure everything is looking nice and presentable and professional as we can be. We consider it a family operation, but at the end of the day, I got some really decent sponsors that had stepped up and have came on board and, seeing how far we can take this thing to the next level. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we're racing for some decent money, and it's a business, and that's the road that we're going down now.
Needs to be treated like a business, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's great to come out here and have fun and just say, hey, I'm going up and have some fun tonight. I'm going to race and do this and do that. But in the end, it is absolutely business-like from the time you come in the gate to the time you go home. And the whole way home, you're thinking about, wow, what could we have done differently? What should we do for the next race?
Absolutely. I mean, at some point in the 410 division, you basically have to decide whether you're going to run, one night a week and just have fun at it and go to do it and go through the motions, or you're spending, X amount, you might as well treat it like a business, and you don't want to take the whole fun out of it for the team. You definitely still want to have fun with it and get a good group of guys around you, good people in your circle, sponsors and everyone. But at the end of the day, we spend a lot of money to run these cars, so not only do they look nice, you got to try and get them to go fast also.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned about the go-kart deal, and then you move into the micro sprint category.
Yeah, yep. We ran 270 micros for a while, Shippensburg, Trailway Speedway, Path Valley, 600 micros for a while. Actually, my first job I really ever had was at Hyper Racing, working with Mike Dicely, and I was thankful for that opportunity. Kind of got me, even farther on some things. And from the micros, we just carried on. We decided we wanted to dabble with a full-size sprint car, and then we went to the 58s.
When in your life did you decide you want to go racing sprint cars?
I knew all along. Yeah, nope, all along. That was the ultimate goal, to run 410s. To what extent or to what level, for who or for how to do it, it was, it just however the road got me here.
You're in a very unique situation with your team. You put it in a unique situation. You're the guy that goes out and gets the sponsors. You're the guy that coordinates everything. You carry a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Oh, absolutely. Me and my wife own the team now, and we did when I started this deal. I just had basically my seat, and I had a couple, even Norm Wisner, this is last year. We thank him for owning a car for all the years he did. But, I ran for him, a couple different owners after that, and it got to the point I wanted to control my destiny and build something. So we started with, one car and one motor and worked our way up to, with the good marketing partners that we've had throughout the years and gaining new ones each and every year has gotten me to the point that we are today.
You're actually one of the teams that seems to be able to even add sponsors throughout the racing season. It's not like you don't get started for the year and then slack off. It's a continuous effort.
Oh, absolutely. I brought on Zach Barber with Lakeside Apparel and Graphics, and he works tirelessly also on our end on the social media side and our presentations that we give to these sponsors and the stuff that we can kick back and give them. That's huge in this day and age, and the appearance wise. That's a key part, and making sure we can provide back to them what they want, but not only that, the results on the racetrack as well.
Social media, such a huge part, not only of racing, but of the advertising and just, life in general.
Yeah, the social media thing, even posting, on a consistent basis and keeping the fans interacting. My wife does almost all of that, and the merchandise side of things has really taken off almost as a completely separate business. And that's her, she runs that like a business, and I run the race team, and it just works.
Well, it certainly is working for sure. And now, you mentioned you brought on some sponsors this year, and I know they were actually here at the track. Do all your sponsors come out to the Speedway and physically watch you, or how does that work out?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, like this year, we had Psyched Hunt come on board just a few months ago, and they're releasing a new hunting package. It's actually a crossbow that they're direct to consumer. You can go right to psychedhunt.com, and they've come to the racetrack a couple times. They were new to it, but fortunately, say for that particular sponsor, our demographics go hand in hand. So, hunters and like coming to watch the racing. So not only that, but our other sponsors as well. We had, Travis's Outdoor Services with trees and stuff. He helped us get the shop cleaned up and stuff like that. But also we have other sponsors and people within our circle that needed tree work done. And I try and spread the wealth out and just make the circle bigger of having really good people in it. And, the social media posting, though, definitely helps.
You've done an outstanding job of surrounding yourself with good people, good sponsors, good equipment. That's another big part of this. Each year you try to improve, take the equipment to the next level, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was a huge, the past couple seasons, I think 3 or 4 seasons in a row, we were leading points till May. Outlaws come to town, and either we blew a motor, or we were having motor issues, or this or that. And, it takes, not only trying to race the team, but build the team at the same time, takes every effort you have. So, I think I'm almost to the point, you always need equipment and parts and pieces, but you got to get to a certain point where you can kind of plateau and just maintain that stuff and make everything the same to easy, make your night easier. And once you get to that point, then you just got to go fast.
How did you know what direction to start doing that? When did you think, I've got to work in this part of the car, or this part of the equipment, or this part of the team? How do you keep all of that in perspective and keep your focus on what you have to do here at the racetrack?
Well, it's definitely tough, even as many don't know, I have a day job too. So, 8 hours during the day, I'm usually focusing on work, but fortunate enough, my companies, they know that I race and my heart and soul is here, but it's there also. But, I just calling and there's this group of people, the racing family, you look up to these teams, I look up to the Brian Browns and the Jason Johnsons, who have their own teams that are outlaw standard caliber teams, and what they've built. And I've just kind of modeled off of that and have done my own, and have, I think this is my 8th year probably owning my own deal and growing it, and you learn what to do and what not to do, and run it like a business, and it'll all work itself out.
Your thoughts, your dreams, your desires for the future?
I wouldn't say it changes daily, but who knows? You never know how far this deal can go. But I can tell you, Fred Raymer and Great Hodnett made a pretty good living racing in Pennsylvania. So, if I can go to work my day job every day and still be able to race 80 races a year, or whatever that number is, just so I don't burn my guys out and my equipment out, and we can still go race. And at the end of the day, I want to be competitive, whether I'm racing one night a season or 100, So, but, at one time, don't get me wrong, if the phone rang to go to run the Outlaw deal, it would have to be the right situation. But who knows? We're going one day at a time.
Well, you're certainly doing a fine job, that's for sure. You're one of the few teams that actually ran every one of the Speed Week shows. It just shows the dedication yourself, your team, your sponsors, and everyone that's involved.
Oh, absolutely. And you just got to keep pushing through. And, as they say, you have a lot more bad nights and good nights in racing. You just got to keep plugging.
How difficult is that?
Oh, it's a mental game, 100%. You know, this deal, you got to have people around you that believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. So, you know, good supportive crew guys and guys that you can trust working on the car to get you right mentally for every time you want to hit the racetrack.
Well, like you say, you worked several years at getting a team built up to that level. Looks like it's working out well. We certainly thank you again for your time. Wish you the very best, not only tonight, but the balance of 2021, and who knows how far down the road.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right, Kyle Moody, one of the many teams here at Lincoln Speedway, ready for action tonight. We certainly do wish him the best and thank him for his time.